Hi guys, welcome back to my Nintendo Arcade. It's just well over a week, I guess, since my last video, and a lot's been going on actually. I've got a few things to report. First off is Battle Shark. Now, if you haven't seen my video already, go back and watch it. It's basically a 1978 electrical mechanical game that runs a 19mm movie. And it's really old school. This is before Nintendo were making video games, and I bought these two cabs beginning of this time last year, I think it was, and I did a little walk around video, and I'm trying to get them restored, and part of the restoration is getting the film copied, so if the film breaks when I start up the machine, I haven't got to worry about, you know, not getting another copy. So I thought I'd copy the film first and then put the film back and turn the machine on and see how it goes. So what I had to do was basically get a price for the film to get copied, so I had to get negatives done. And I got a couple of quotes and they were just ridiculously priced. One was actually priced at £500. There's no way I'm going to fucking do that. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I actually thought, you know, if it's going to cost me 500 quid, I'll just forget it for a bit, you know, because I'm not going to do that for a while. But anyway, I got a contact on the Dragon's Lair forum, and he managed to find well, he actually works in a museum. It's the Amsterdam Film Institute, and they were actually really interested to see my video, and they've agreed to copy the film for free, which is great, absolutely fantastic. You know, I can't believe that actually, you know, so it saved me a lot of money actually. So once I get that done and get the film back in, then we can turn them on and see what the gameplay's like, which I can't wait for. So that's really cool news, and thank you very much for the Amsterdam Film Institute for doing that for us. It's awesome. So that's where we're at with Battle Shark. Another bit of interesting sort of history turned up only yesterday actually on the Clov forum. An American collector posted a picture of Space Demon, which is basically a very similar game to Space Firebird. In fact, it plays almost the same, except for you don't get a shield around your spaceship, and I think the spaceship curls up at the edges of the screen, so you kind of do like an arc around the bottom of the screen, which is quite cool. And I think the sounds are slightly different, but if you look at the game, if he throws a screenshot, it looks exactly the same, and it plays almost the same, to be honest with you. But it's just weird that they released Space Firebird over here in the UK and in Europe. In America, they just released Space Demon. And a few of these cabs had turned up, but they were kind of like the marquee, the cabaret, smaller versions, and I think maybe a cocktail version here or there turned up. But we've never even knew an actual upright cabinet existed in the same vein as this one. So if you go onto my Facebook page, which is Ninty Arcade, that's Ninty, Ninty Arcade, I've posted some pictures of it, and basically Space Demon came in a cabinet just like this. It had artwork, although the artwork's been taken off, but you can see that there was artwork underneath, because if you undo the bolts that hold the monitors together on the side, you can actually see where the artwork was. So it did have an original Space Demon artwork, which I don't think anyone's seen before, so that's a real shame that it's not intact. But still, he's got the control panel, he's got the bezel, and he's got the marquee. This guy's name's Steve, by the way. And if you look closely at the control panel, it's almost a negative of radar scope and Hellfire. It's like a purple colour, so it looks exactly the same layout, and the bezel's exactly the same, but it's like a negative, like a purple colour. So Nintendo obviously saving a bit of money there and redesigning bezels and the control panel. Just thought they just changed the colour around. But still, really interesting to see that, you know, that they were putting this game into a Nintendo of America cabinet, one like this, in around about 1980 that would be. So that's really interesting. So check those pictures out, guys. Really cool to see. It's the first time I've ever seen a Space Demon in an upright cabinet like this. So really unusual and uber rare game. Next up, I just want to talk about, John's been going about Fun Spot on this meet, and Joe and Sean, which I can't wait to get over there. I really can't. I mean, just to go to America is a dream come true for me, but to go and meet up with these guys and hang out with these guys would just make my, well, it'd be just the best day, best weekend of my life. It'd be so cool, and you know, I just can't wait to do that. But I haven't got a lot of time. It's only like 3 months away, end of May. And at the moment I'm struggling to get the money together, but hopefully, you know, because I'm self-employed, I'm just governed what work comes to me. So hopefully I can get the money together and make a trip over there. If not, it'll definitely be Grinkers I'll get there, or it'll be definitely next year. But either, guys, I'm working on it, and believe you me, I am going to try and make it. So to you guys, the Arcade Outsiders, cheers. Chucky Egg will make it. Up yours, as they say. Anyway, can't wait for that. What else has been happening this week? Well, pickups. I've had a few pickups, nothing arcade related, but you know, I like my console stuff. And SNES, picked out some lovely Super Famicom games. This is a fantastic shooter. Axlay. Now, I did have the PAL version, but I'm slowly getting rid of the PAL stuff and swapping it over to the Super Famicom. And this, I've got it on in the background, is probably one of the best shooters on the Super Nintendo. And look at the artwork on that. Isn't that cool? It's fast paced. The graphics and the sprites are really vibrant and really cool. The music, the soundtrack, I don't know who done the soundtrack, but it's one of the best I've ever heard on the SNES, and it really gets you into the game. So if you haven't picked that up, guys, pick that up. Axlay, fucking awesome, really cool. The next game, which actually I had stolen out of my games room by some dick that I used to hang around with when I used to go and do the car boots. We have like car boot sales here in the UK, where you go around and basically let people open up their car and you can just buy whatever they're selling. And we used to go around with this guy, and he used to come around here, and this was one of the games he actually nicked out of my games room. And I didn't pay a lot for it back in the day, but it now goes for quite a hefty sum. And it plays a little bit like Strider. It's a really cool game, actually, really do like it. So it's really nice to have that back in the collection. So one day I'll get that guy back, you wait and see. RoboCop 2, I love the film, and I haven't played the game, but I bought the game on a whim, really. I just thought, oh, RoboCop 2, I've got to buy that, it's got to be cool. I never played it back in the day, but since I've brought it, I've just looked at a couple of reviews and it don't look that good. I've heard that the controls are pretty shit, really. Apparently it's like trying to control a guy walking on ice because he's slipping around all over the place. But anyway, I'll give it a go and maybe do a gameplay review of it. I got Gods. That's kind of a platformy puzzling type game on the SNES. That was really dirt cheap. So yeah, I had to pick that up. It was pretty cool. And another kind of sort of Dungeons and Dragons side-scrolling sort of wizardy type game, Warlock, right up my street. That I do like my Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I really do. And what else have I done? Oh, I've got all these. I've got my John's Arcade Versus. Well, basically all the information on the Versus PPUs and the games that you can use. I've got them all laminated, so I don't have to keep spilling my booze over it and whatnot. So that's really cool. That goes up there for keeps. And that's about it. Oh, I've got Mario Kart as well for Super Famicom. I mean, that's a classic, you've got to have that. And it's in amazing condition. Look at the box art. Isn't that cool? So yeah, I mean, Mario Kart's just one of the best games. Look at the artwork on that, isn't that cool? It's just so cool. So I'm really chuffed to get that in the collection. So that's about it pickup wise. I've got more coming. I'm drinking Desperado tequila with a hint of lemon, I think. It's alright. The missus brought a pack, so I'll drink anything, me, really. I'm not really fussed. I'm not a connoisseur of booze, really, but I do like my regular stuff. You know, when I go down the pub, I always usually ask for Pride, a bitter. But after about 3 or 4 pints, I usually get a bit bored of that, so I usually go on to spirits. So normally it's rum and coke or whiskey. It's got to be single malt whiskey from Islay. It's my favourite. But anyway, this will do. It's good stuff. So anyway, what I wanted to show you today is a little bit of gameplay of Sheriff, because I haven't done that yet. I had a friend over the other night and he managed to video me from the side. It's really difficult for me to film these upright machines. I've got to have the camera over here on a shelf, and that's too far away. So what I need really is kind of like a tripod about this close to the cabinet, and I haven't got a tripod right now. I'm really waiting for a better camera, but I'll see. I might just get a cheap tripod just for the phone, because that's all I'm filming off of iPhone at the moment. Just see how that goes. But he managed to, anyway, film me from one side, so you can see me playing a bit of Sheriff, which I haven't done yet. I haven't done any Sheriff gameplay videos, and what I want to do is get a really good score on Sheriff. I want to get about 150,000 if I can. I've got up to about 50,000 so far, which is not a bad score. If I can loop it again, your score will double. So I'm hoping this time, well, this year, I want to try and get at least 100,000 on Sheriff if I can. Not that I'm going to submit it. I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know how many other people have got Sheriff, but probably not many. But it would be cool to submit and get a world record, eh? It would be cool. A little plaque up there on the wall. Hey, why not? Anyway, guys, here's the Sheriff video. Enjoy. Tell me what you think. So I'll just quickly show you the setup here, the control panel. Here it's a unique control panel. I've showed this in a video before. 1 and 2 player buttons, 8-way joystick, and an 8-way kind of switcher, which is looks like a bit like a gas knob, and it's all in Japanese, which is really cool. And that's kind of screen printed onto an aluminium plate, which all of their cocktails were done like that. And it's amazing to see it still on there, because a lot of the cocktail versions, a lot of it got rubbed off, got worn off with people kind of playing the game, I guess, rubbing their knees up against the machine, maybe. It got worn off that way, so it's really unusual to find it intact like that, in that sort of condition. And there it is, there's the cab. This is the cocktail, the Japanese cocktail that they got. This is a Sega cabinet with a Nintendo game. Okay, so just about to show you now, and I'll coin up. Player 1, here we go. So I'm just going to loop it, okay? Get to level 8, back to level, well, it'll be level 9 I guess then. Now I'm just going to whiz through it, because normally I would wait for a lot of them to enter the ring, so I get double the score. So yellow one is worth twice as much as a blue one. Level 1 done. There she is, little Betty. You go for the 4 corners first. If you're good at angles, you should be good at this game. It's a bit like a game of pool or snooker. It's getting your angles right, potting the balls in the corners, if you know what I mean. Ultra Life 1500. Nice. So I clear like a path around me, so I know at the top there it's clear for me to get the condor. Oh, I'm going to miss it. Oh, I've got it. 500 for it as well. That's the maximum you can get for the condor. Look at that shooting. Yo, somebody Sam, eat your heart out. Look at this. This is Miyamoto's touch that he later used in Popeye with all the hearts. It's a lovely little touch, that is. Oh, that was close. Oh. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Oh. Look at that. Doing good. Level 6. Ah, spoke too soon. I just love the way that you can move freely around in this kind of sandbox game playing sort of area. This was the first of its kind to do that. All the games before this game, you could just move left and right. Almost like a free roaming game. A sandbox game of its era. Two more left. Come on. Ah, damn, I must have missed about 5 shots there. That was awful. Clear space that side. Right, one more level and I'll get my next bonus, next multiplier. And then we go back to level 1, but it's not really level 1, it's level 9. Although it will say level 1. It actually gets a lot faster. If I get there. Oh. One more. Yes. So that's it, multiplier. Jack and Betty kiss. There we go, and that's it, guys. I won't show you anymore. My top score on this is 49,000. So I've obviously looped this one again and got to level 8. And I think I died shortly after that. So that's it, really. I'll just die now. Pretty cool, huh? So there's Sheriff, guys. Fantastic game, eh? It's such a great game. You can't play that on main because the controls are unique. So it's really special for me to have this in the arcade. Just want to show you something else while I'm here. This is Pixie. This is my little cat. She came in the other day. Actually, it was a couple of weeks ago. And the cabs were off. I had the back open. She managed to get in between the cabs, in the back of the cabinet, up underneath the monitor, and she's meowing, and I'm thinking, where the fuck is she? I'm looking all around. I can't find her anywhere. And then I look inside, look through the monitor, and she's there looking at me through the monitor. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing in there? Because I'm thinking she's going to get electric shock in a minute. And you're alright, weren't you, in the end? Eh? It's my little Pixie, my little girl, aren't you? But she's crazy. She goes in the red tent, she goes in the coin door down there. Gets inside the red tent, don't you? She likes a bit of gaming. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching again, and I'll try not to leave it too long for the next one. Do some more gameplay videos. Thanks for watching.